Hey friends, Roxanne, happy people, welcome back to Cassie's Corner. I'm Cassie. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Leave me a comment, let YouTube know that I fit into their algorithm. Hit the notification bell so that you'll be aware if I drop a new video or whatever, new content. I like to think of the comments for me because I like to learn what it is you like. Even if you have like a negative comment, I don't like the way you look, I don't like the wallpaper, I don't like this, I don't like that. I would really appreciate it very much. I need your comments to be able to grow my channel, but I also need to grow as a reporter, a YouTube personality, so that kind of thing. Today we're going to talk about, and I know it's like Halloween. I know it's kind of a scary type uh, moment right now, Halloween and spooky and candy and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to dive into the top 10 period pieces, and then I have some TV shows that if you like to watch the period piece in the long run, like 8 seasons, 9 seasons, or whatever. And the reason I'm doing that is with period pieces, especially in the Victorian era, they have the steampunk era, and they kind of have the epitome of what a goth era is. So I kind of wrapped that in with the Halloween period, if you're into that kind of thing. I love period pieces, even the American Revolution, the French Revolution. I love any kind of period pieces. I love learning about past things, even though it doesn't help me for some reason to learn these things. But I like knowing. I have no idea. My brain just is everywhere. So at number 10, we have 2008's 18th century England, and this is Duchess. We learn about the Duchess of Devonshire, her life and history. She's actually, the Duchess of Devonshire is actually related to the late Princess Diana. And if you watch them, the couple that are so in love with each other, you watch them walk and you will see Diana's memorial kind of in the background. It's kind of, I had to look at that like 3 or 4 times. I was like, oh my gosh, it is there. It is there. Um, it's directed by Saul Dibb. It stars Keira Knightley and Ralph Fiennes, and it's a very sad film, so to speak. I mean, she does find love, and she does find, she does become a mother, but it's all taken away from her. A very sad, short life that she lived. But I love the acting. I love how it's portrayed. I love the story. I love this period piece. I love the costumes, and I love watching the fads and fashions come in and out. I just love watching how things were done back then. I love that time period. Number 9, we have Atonement from 2007. It starred Keira Knightley, James McAvoy, and Saoirse Ronan. Me and my daughter watched that show and watched that movie. And this was before we knew who Saoirse Ronan was. But we watched her and we thought, who is this child? She's acting very mature for her age. She knows what she's doing. You know, she can act. She, for a 10-year-old kid to act the way that she did, we were very impressed. And here it is. Saoirse Ronan is everywhere. She is, I think she's Irish. I don't know. Anyway, it was directed by Joe Wright, based on a novel by Ian McEwan. And it has the iconic 5-minute Dunkirk tracking shot, which I remember that, and some of the most sought after gowns, especially the green one that Keira Knightley wears at the end. Everybody, that's like one of the most sought after period piece gowns that everybody talks about. Okay, at number 8, we have Little Women 2018, and the reason that I say I like the 2018 one, we do have Saoirse Ronan in it, we have Florence Pugh in it, we have Timothée Chalamet in it. It's directed by Greta Gerwig. It's an old story by Louise May Alcott. There's all kinds of, there's different productions of it, but I like this one most because in the story, Joe wears Timothée Chalamet's vest throughout, and that shows the closeness. It indicates how close they really are, and I think he carries something of hers throughout the movie. But there's little instances just like that you get to look forward to, and you kind of realize, oh, it was more than just what we thought it was. at number 7, we have The King's Speech. That was a movie in 2010. It's a true story of Prince Albert, played by Colin Firth, who's Prince Albert struggled with a stammer when he was speaking, so him becoming king was not something that he thought he would have to have. He did not. It was a role that he did not think he would have, so he's struggling with it. And I won't even say struggling. I can't even say that because this movie portrays it not as a struggle, but it kind of focuses on his persistence and getting it perfect and becoming the king that everybody wants. So this movie cannot make you see that stammer as a struggle, but his persistence and his patience with it is what comes off as a heroing type vibe from the movie. Okay, at number 6 we have Pride and Prejudice in 2005. It also has Keira Knightley. I have a lot of things with Keira Knightley. I think Keira Knightley in her younger years was the epitome of what period pieces was about. She did wonderful. I've heard a lot of people say that her acting is like bland or wooden or whatever, but I really enjoy her acting, especially for period pieces. Now, I love Pride and Prejudice. I love Donald Sutherland. I love him being her dad. It was just awesome film. Matthew Macfadyen played Mr. Darcy and Keira Knightley. There was a couple of other really famous people in there. I know, oh dear, what is her name? Can't think of it now right now. There's a lot of famous people in that movie. From number 5, we have The Favorite, and that's a 2018 movie that stars Olivia. I had it written down. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Olivia Colman. It had Emma Stone. Yeah. Very funny movie. Directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. It's about Queen Anne and her choosing favorites of the politics behind being in court or not being in court, that kind of thing. I have not watched that, so that's why I'm like, huh? Sorry guys. That brain thing. Number 4, we have Gladiator, Russell Crowe, Joaquin Phoenix. There's a lot of famous people in this one also. Russell Crowe plays Maximus. Is a very lovely, put together history piece. I appreciated it very much, even though I am not a Russell Crowe fan. I am not. But he played Maximus very well. I was very impressed with this movie. I did not get the date on this. But anyway, number 3, we have Schindler's List from 1993. Steven Spielberg directed it. Oscar Schindler was played by Liam Neeson. And he was a man that was like saving thousands, hundreds people from Jewish camps and things of that nature. It's been a long time since I watched it, but seeing this list, it makes me want to go back and watch it again. And I want to go back and watch it. I'm going to go through YouTube when I get off here. Which one's on here? And then at number 2, we have the Titanic, and that is the 1997 movie from Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio. We know how all that story went. I think I watched that movie like 100 times. I knew it verse by verse at one point, but a very beautifully put together movie about that time, the 1920s, 1912. I love the costumes. I love piecing together the types of history that happened, that it shows on this movie. Not so much with the characters, because we know it's kind of a semi-fictional movie, but you can, just tell in the background, this is happening, and yes, all that happened. So it was kind of awesome. I wonder if the band really played while it was sinking. That was a very telling part of how devotional people are to their ship, maybe? Don't know. And at number 1, we have Amadeus, and that is the 1984 movie with Tom Hulce as Mozart. I loved that movie when I was a kid. Even way back then, I was very much a period piece, but I'm a music fan also. So Mozart was like the epitome of music for me. my screensaver go? I gotta learn how to stop that. But anyway, Mozart was the epitome of music for me, and I really appreciated his story. So here it was being shown to me on a grand screen. I probably didn't watch it until I was older, like maybe 17. I didn't watch it exactly in 1984, but I have seen it, and I love, love, love that movie. I really do. Again, the suits, the outfits, the costumes is what they're called, Cassie. Costumes. I also love the architecture. If you go back and look through some of these, you look at the architecture, some of the buildings, and they're just way out of this world. Especially when they didn't have like sky lifts, or they didn't have the machine tools that we have today. Those that you plug in, or the cordless ones. I mean, they had to do everything by hand. I'm really into the architecture. I'm really into the history, and I'm really into the costumes of all of these films. So it's kind of that kind of thing. And if you want to just watch series, like maybe watch a lot of it at one time, at one sitting, you have Downton Abbey, you have the Gilded Age, which is the newer episodes. I've recently got a hold of the Gilded Age, even though it's kind of an older show. I recently got a hold of that one. I'm excited. I'm thrilled with it. And we have Outlander. I think I watched that about 10 times. And it talks in there, especially in the beginning of Outlander, it talks about the voodoo and the witchery and the witches. One of the girls puts a doll up under the main character's bed, Claire's bed, and it's trying to spook her out, that kind of thing, hoping that something bad will happen to her. So that kind of thing, that is a Halloween kind of thing, kind of like I said, the epitome of a goth era. Bridgerton, it doesn't do much in the way of the voodoo or the goth or anything of that nature, but however, it's there. You know, you kind of, it's there. And then we have Poldark, which I think it did, I love the remake. I don't care much for the older one. I love the remake. I love Aidan Turner. I love Aidan Turner, and I love Eleanor Tomlinson. They're such a cute little couple. But that's my pick for period pieces. And again, if you like North and South, you feel like watching something a little bit older, North and South, and Gone with Wind and that kind of thing. I do like watching Gone with Wind because they do mention it is a long movie. However, they do mention other things that are happening in that timepiece, so that that movie feels very authentic. That kind of thing. History. I love history. I just love history. But that is my top 10 list, and those are my television shows if you'd like to watch a little bit more period pieces. And that is going to do it for me. I hope you enjoyed this show. I know I'm kind of, I'm trying to fix myself, really. You know, practice makes perfect. Thank you for bearing with me. I do love recording, only because I feel like I have somebody to talk to. I have no life here. But I hope you enjoyed the show. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you'll be aware of when I drop a new video. And leave me comments, because that's how I learn what to do and what not to do. And that's how I learn how you feel about my content. Let me know what you think in this order. Do you like these in this order? These shows you don't like? And again, I've heard some of this acting, you know, nobody likes, but I do. I'm really... I like what I like, I guess, and everybody else likes what they like. But anyway, y'all have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Please find something to be grateful for. Find something to belly laugh about. Enjoy your weather wherever you are. We're kind of overcast over here, windy. So we're not doing a whole lot today. We're going to climb inside and cozy it up a little bit. I may post more videos. I don't know. Y'all have fun. Have a good day. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hug your mom if you have. Hug your pets. Tell people you love them. Have a good day. Bye-bye.